Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to our show. We have gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the multiverse, two of the nerdiest geeks to be found. We proudly present the professor and her geeky girlness herself, Ace. And now it's time. GeekyKOOL presents Professor and Ace.
Hey everybody, welcome to GeekyKOOL presents Professor and Ace. I'm the Professor, this is Ace. We are here to join you once again for episode 82. And 82, yeah, we're trekking along here. So, we are in this prime time of summer movies are starting to hit. We've already had Doctor Strange, and I still haven't seen it yet, which is a shame.
Wait, you didn't get to go see it? I thought you
Not,
were going to.
well, I was going to go see it by myself, but then all the seats other than the front two rows were sold out, and I was like,
Yeah, no.
So I was like, okay, maybe this next weekend. So hopefully by the time I talk to you guys, yeah, if I can make it happen.
Come to Branson.
I had a date night last week, so I couldn't come to Branson because I had plans. So we wanted to talk about the cool new movies that are coming out this summer that we're excited about, and maybe some that we're not excited about, but some that are coming.
What list of things I'm not excited about?
Well, and we can talk about those also, because some people may be excited about them even if we're not.
Sure.
And
first year after the vid.
Yeah, exactly.
Actual placement of movies coming out, not just like one here and one there.
Yeah, this is true. And there is a litany of stuff coming out, a whole variety of different types of movies coming out. And of course, we do have our traditional popcorn movies, but there's other ones coming out too that we would definitely want to talk about. So we've already got Keith, and we love you, Keith. Thanks for joining us. Keith's already given us a comment about some movie stuff coming up. He calls himself Keith the Movie Geek, and I like that, Keith. That's great, my friend. Yeah, Top Gun. Top Gun starts this weekend. My wife has already told me she's going Friday night, so with a friend, and then she'll sit with me again later. So I'm like, okay, that sounds like what I typically do, but that's all right. Jurassic Park. We do have Elvis coming out, which does look really incredible. Have you seen the trailer for Elvis?
Not. I can't, Professor. And I get crap for this all the time. I can't do Elvis. I can't do anything with Elvis. Nothing.
Okay. I will tell you, the trailer looks amazing from a movie perspective.
Right.
The costuming is something you would enjoy.
I do enjoy costumes.
I know it's a period piece, so that may be something you would enjoy too. Not saying you would enjoy Elvis, but I have to say Austin Butler looks amazing as Elvis, and his cadence seems to be on target from the preview.
That's the hard part. Anytime you see anybody like portraying Elvis or John Wayne, they have to get that walk right.
Yeah,
they have
right.
to get movement right, and it's not just mimicking them. It has to look natural.
No, I agree. And this is just the trailer that I've seen, but the trailer looks good with it. So I will say that I don't know if that's something you even want to check out. But my mama was a big Elvis fan.
My dad was too. That's what
So my mom cried the day he died. I remember it vividly. She was in the bathroom bawling for hours when she had heard he passed away, which I get. So, I'm actually an Elvis fan, not as big as her, but I grew up listening to the music with my mom, so I've got good memories that way. So I just have to say I'm excited for this because I think this might do justice to Elvis Presley. So
right.
Like him or hate him, it's...
Well, here's the thing. I appreciate him for what he did. I appreciate, like the things that he contributed to the
Right.
music world,
Sure.
the things that he stole and then made famous, however you
Well,
look at it. But but
made it acceptable for white culture.
yes,
But
but
but it took a long time to get there.
oh no,
So.
I was talking specific songs,
Oh
just
yeah. Oh yeah. That's true too. Yeah.
but when you grow up and pretty much all you watch is Elvis and John Wayne movies,
I can relate to that. I
you know,
had that, but from different parents.
mine was just one. It
My
was like,
mom was always and I still love a good Elvis movie if it's if it can be fun. Kissing Cousins, I still think is just phenomenal. But but yeah, I've seen every Elvis and every John Wayne movie, but because of different parents. So
me too,
yeah,
multiple times. We didn't have TV.
right.
Back in the day when we had to turn the antenna to get channel
Oh
10,
yeah.
which
Oh
is
yeah.
which is NBC or CBS, and so and if the weather was bad or something like that, a lot of times we didn't have TV. So VHS tapes were like a lifesaver until my dad bought every single John Wayne movie and every single Elvis movie, and that's all we watched.
I get that. Now, I was in the same sort of position. Now, luckily, where I lived was in between Springfield and Joplin, a little further north than both. But we could turn our antenna one way and pick up Springfield stations, and if the weather was not cooperating there, we turn it the other way and pick up Joplin stations.
See, we live down in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
valley doesn't help there, so yeah.
So,
So I understand that. We lived on the plains of Missouri, where it's no longer the Ozark Plateau. It's just the dirt, and everything's flat and boring. Anyway, um,
oh my god.
so we've already talked about the Elvis movie because I was just curious if you'd seen the preview. So
I'm not, but I will watch it because I'm a movie fanatic, and that's what I do. I watch trailers to movies that I know I'm not gonna like or
and,
I have no interest in.
and you don't have to see it. That's the great thing. So
True, but I
it
do
is on
watch
it is
every.
on Geeky Cool. So I did post it up on Geeky Cool.
I do watch almost every trailer that comes out, though. I'm just
I know.
there.
I know you do. I know you do. So we've got a list of things we want to talk about.
Right.
So do we want to hit what's on Keith's list and then go from there because Keith did help us out there and jumped on.
Sure.
So the first one he mentions is the Top Gun coming out this weekend. Top Gun Maverick return to Top Gun school with the dangerous pilot himself
Teacher.
as a teacher. Yeah.
Teacher. Like, he is now the teacher.
Well, and at the end of Top Gun, it actually shows him going back to teach there,
Right.
which is the interesting thing.
But this is they've asked him to come in to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a very specific person has asked him to come in and teach.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be Iceman, played by Val Kilmer, which
Yep.
I'm all happy about that.
The return of Al.
Yep. But no, we watched the trailer like when we were watching, we were at the movies this like last week, and the trailer came on, and it looks like I was never a huge Top Gun fan. I never believed the romance between Kelly and Tom Cruise, and so it was like very difficult. They didn't have like that on-screen chemistry.
They did not. I agree.
Wanted. But it looks. Lex said it looked boring, and I told her it's not a movie for her. It's for people our age or a little bit older than me, and she's like, oh, okay. So, but it looked pretty good. The action, of course, I was not surprised by seeing that. I think that's kind of where it goes, and it actually shows them not just practicing, but it shows them in real situations, which is something the first one didn't like really go into depth with and everything. So
right. Yeah, did on your trailer, did it have a scene where he flies up between them and says, "Good morning, students," or whatever it was? Like, whoa, what just happened? I'm like, okay.
I wanted him to go upside down.
Yeah.
Upside down.
So all I can say is the first movie caused me to investigate joining the Air Force very intensely. I know that it was naval flights.
Right.
But since I don't swim well, I thought that's probably not the best way to go. That Air Force might be a better way. But I wanted to be a fighter pilot so bad.
Right.
So this movie is like, oh, finally, right? So yeah.
I mean, it might help with like recruitment.
I don't think it can go wrong with. I know it helped in the '80s with recruitment a lot. So
I think we were way more gullible, though. I think they were
right. Well,
yes, it's going to be like the movies, and people now are like, it's nothing like the movies.
No, well, I knew it was nothing like the movies. I also knew if you sign on that dotted line, they can change what you're going to do. They could promise you you're going to get chances at this and that. Until it happens, you don't.
Because you have to have an aptitude for things. And if they keep going, no matter what you want to do, if you have an aptitude for something else, they're going to put you there. Or
and sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes it's we've got a need here.
Oh, yeah.
And you've just signed a 3-year contract. Congratulations, you're doing this.
You would have got stuck in like a submarine. Like
in the Air Force, that would have been tough.
Oh, like if you went into the Navy, you would have got stuck in the
probably
submarine.
So, yeah. Yeah. I don't swim well. I'm stuck underneath the water in a nuclear submarine. Yeah, that's exactly what we would need. And I have no mechanical aptitude either. Here, fix this engine. Yeah, right. Whatever. Yeah, we'd be in lots of trouble.
No, you had you in an office filing papers.
Oh my gosh, that would be a bigger hell than me trying to fix the.
No, but they would have. They would have been like.
Can you imagine my ADD brain trying to file papers?
Listen, it's the government.
This is why I didn't join, right?
Fell right into it. Government. I went right along with everybody else.
I thought about it. I looked at it, and the promises they made me was, we can promise you with your aptitude on the ASVAB and where you're at with your scores, we can promise you that you could go in here and that you would be, as long as there's no problems, you should be able to go in officer training, and that should lead you into the option for pilot training.
Right.
But there would have to be pilot need, and there would have to be, there's no guarantee you're going to fly F-14s. You're going to fly whatever they want you to. So it could be a helicopter. It could be, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, and I decided against it, but I considered it for a hot minute. The chance to be Maverick was right there. And that's kind of I do things so differently and think outside the box anyway. I'm like, Maverick's kind of my spirit animal, so.
Wait. What would your pilot name have been? Your call name?
Oh my gosh. That's a great question.
See? Think about it.
Ludicrous.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I do like that they have, a woman pilot in this one.
Yeah.
Like in the trenches and stuff like that. I think that was cool. And that Maverick is still as arrogant as ever.
Right.
Like in the trailer, he's still arrogant.
Yeah. Well, I was never arrogant as Maverick, but I had the thinking like Maverick, I think, is what my problem was. So we've got some comments from Keith here, and then also a little thumbs up from Mandy. Let's give Mandy's thumb up. That way we can... Come on. Here we go. Hey, Mandy. So Keith's got this to say. He's in disguise here. He was doing the Keith movie geek. Now he's doing GeekyKOOL again. And that's just fine, Keith. We don't care. A mature well, sort of mature, right? He's matured, but how mature? I guess we'll find out in the movie.
He hasn't matured.
Is already winning fans and critics. Yeah, I've heard that, and I'm actually super excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, I was not like I wasn't like. I love Keith. This is Keith. I was not. It was not my favorite '80s movie. It wasn't even close to my favorite '80s movie. But I'm not opposed to the remake, and I love that they remade it, but in a way that actually, like, it's a sequel.
Right.
And it makes sense to the times, and it's not just trying to like redo the exact same movie.
I agree.
It's like when they just try to remake a movie and it's exactly the same movie.
All right. Well, and here's the problem with that. One, if you're remaking a good movie and doing that, why are you bothering if you're making it just like it?
It's pretty good.
And it's already good. If you're remaking a bad movie, you're making it just like it. That's already a bad movie. Don't remake it as a bad movie and find a way to improve it. So.
Right. Yeah.
So there's no reason for it to be an exact replica.
I have heard the same thing as Keith. I've heard that the critics are really liking it. I'm not a huge Tom Cruise fan, but I do think that Maverick, I think that out of like most of his iconic roles, Maverick is probably the one that he did in a way that didn't make me hate him.
So do you hate him in Mission Impossible, by the way?
I do.
Because Mission Impossible 7 Part 1 trailer just dropped earlier this week.
I actually love the idea of Mission Impossible movies. Like, I love that premise. I don't like Tom Cruise in them. To me, here's the thing. He never hit me as an action type star.
Sure.
And it's not his height. People will be like, oh, it's because he's short. No, it's not that. It's the way Top Gun works because it's action, but it's not him like physically doing the action. You know what I mean? He's in the plane. He has to be fit, which he is, but it feels more like his speed.
Right.
Like
because he feels the need for speed.
But if Tom Cruise was like an average person and he had a job, I don't think like a spy is something that he would be like. I think like, oh yeah, he could be, a pilot.
That's why he could be the best spy, because you'd never think he was one.
No. Because he's arrogant. He always plays arrogant, and it's something he always has. But it works for Maverick because Maverick is a character that's written like that.
All right. So here's a couple more things from Keith.
Keith is like.
And it does have an all-star cast, and I agree that the cast is phenomenal. Wow, I'd never thought it'd be a very John Wayne movie, huh? All right.
John Wayne did make some
war movies
that were, pilot type movies.
Mm-hmm.
He also had that arrogance about him, that made him like the best cowboy, and that
right.
He was rougher than Tom Cruise. Like, just do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I am. He holds himself in a certain way. Yes. No, I completely agree. And John Wayne was in the Flying Tigers, I believe.
Flying Tigers, and then there was Hell. What was it? Hell something.
Yeah. I remember that one too, yeah. Keith also said, well, Keith, we were actually saying it's not really a remake, that it's a continuation, but we were addressing that a lot of things are remakes when you talk about that, and we didn't really want a remake there. So
yeah, I was like, I'm glad that they didn't just do a remake. I'm glad they did the continuation, and it made sense. I mean, yeah. Yes, a little bit. Like I just always feel like they could be better than what they are, and so I have It's
Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to make the Mission Impossible movies better.
Yes,
Dun dun
please.
dun 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 dun. All right. So we've got Top Gun down on the list so far. Um, so
Top Gun.
we've yep, Top Gun, Elvis we've talked about. So there's a little dinosaur movie also coming out that Keith had mentioned.
June
Um,
10th.
what?
June 10th.
June 10th. Right, right. So what are you thinking about that? Because I'm super stoked for it.
Because one, the looks, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Um, I loved Jurassic Park. I loved the Jurassic Park movies, and then Jurassic World. Um, I in my mind, even when the first Jurassic Park movie came out, I was like, how do they think that this little island's going to keep them there? You know what I mean? Like, that's not how nature works. And so I love the idea.
It finds a way, you know.
Right, exactly. Nature finds a way. But I love the idea of now we have dinosaurs roaming the world, and we like they're there. And they're not just like on a park or and we have to deal with these, and we are no longer the apex predator in the world. We are no longer the top of the food chain in the world. We are just as vulnerable as any other animal and any other creature, and I just love the idea of it. I love the look of it. And dinosaurs. I'm all about the dinosaurs. So.
Me too. I told somebody that was like, oh, another Jurassic Park movie. I'm like, dude, you make a movie with dinosaurs. I'm in. I've been in since I was a kid. I've loved dinosaurs since Land of the Lost.
Yes.
And I'm in 100%.
Did you ever see the movie called Baby with the baby dinosaur?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I've been looking for that. Like if anybody ever finds it on DVD or VHS or something. But I love that. I love the idea of history coming to life.
Right.
And I would not actually want them to create dinosaurs.
Right. Well, at least not the predators, right?
That's what I was going to say. If you're going to create dinosaurs, don't you think you would learn? Like, they're like, oh, we need a bigger, fatter predator to get people in here. I'm like, dude, it's a dinosaur.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Smallest, like, you could shrink them down genetically and make like little tiny long necks.
We do have a friend that has a series about teacup T-Rexes and miniature mammoths.
I know. See, but no, I'm super excited about this. This is one that I am going to go see it on the big screen, and when I say the big screen, I mean the IMAX big screen. Just because I feel like there are certain movies that you see on the IMAX.
Right. That you need to see. Yes, I agree. I'm totally in on this movie. I love the fact that we're bringing the original cast back to do this in the new cast. Right, you're going to merge the two to fix the issue, or not,
or learn or teach people how to live in this new world. I think it's also very like it's a very telling kind of story. I know it's about dinosaurs, but things change and things evolve.
Right.
And you have to learn how to live the new norms. And this is like trying to figure out how to live the new norms. And they involve dinosaurs. So I think that's like socially, it's a very social. It has some social undertones to it.
Right.
Stuff. But anything. Okay, you get Jeff Goldblum in a movie, I'm all about that.
So she's ready to see the sequel to Earth Girls Are Easy.
Yes. That movie was hilarious.
It was
so bad and so good at the same time.
For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, go Google And
Earth Girls were
Earth Girls were easy. Make sure it's the movie, not just some sort of other reference there.
with
But
Jeff
yes.
Bloom and Gina Davis and Julie Brown
Yep, yep.
and of
Who
course
sang the theme songs?
and Damon Wayans. I'm just saying, you're welcome.
Yeah. It's such a B movie,
It's so cheesy.
but it's awesome.
It's
And
not.
the fact that they shave them when they're all furry and then they look so great after, you're like, really? I mean, that wouldn't be my first thoughts. Like, oh, well, here's a Wookiee. Let's just shave him. No, look, he looks like an Earth human now, huh?
Oh my gosh. I wonder what Chewie looks like under all that fur.
Oh, goodness.
We're so weird. We get off topic. So
I know. So we've got some comments here from Keith and from Andy, so let's bring them in here. There was a lot into making it. And of course, now it should be a little easier than it was then. I did not know about the comic book reference. You're going to have to share that, Keith, because I don't know what the comic book reference is to Elvis. And...
oh, I was just like, I actually liked her character until that moment, and then I'm like, girl, do you not understand what you just did? But they had to get it continue. You can only deal with dinosaurs in the parks for so many movies. I'm just saying, you got to get them out in the world. We know this from the one when he was in San Francisco.
Right, I was gonna say we tried that in the second one, and
Well, it was just one dinosaur though.
yeah, it was. So yeah,
It wasn't like all of them.
long necks.
Yes, the long necks. I love them so much. They're not even my favorite dinosaur. I think everyone should have a favorite dinosaur, by the way. Like, every single person needs to have a favorite dinosaur. And you have to have a reason behind it being your favorite dinosaur. I don't want you to just tell me it's a T-Rex because it's the only one you know.
Mine would be an Allosaurus.
Yes.
Because Alice could always match Grumpy on Land of the Lost, and then when they would battle there, and Grumpy would try to eat them, but Alice was just still moody. But I love Alice, so Allosaurus is So my reference goes back to when I was 3.
Mine is a Ankylosaurus, like the one with the.
Oh yeah,
I love them.
they are cool. I agree. Yeah, I knew which one it was. Oh, there's a few new ones that I don't know their names right. I'm like, what is that when I hear it? But
I know.
But some of them, I had a book about a brontosaurus, about bringing a brontosaurus home, and as a kid, and I always loved that book because it had dinosaurs. So
Oh, see, my son loved dinosaurs to the point that he said dinosaur before he said mommy.
hopefully
Not-
that was not a comment about your age.
Not.
As a kid, they don't know. I mean, that's just wrong.
He would say, like, hungry, and he would say full sentences before he said mommy. But dinosaur, or dinosaur, as he called them when he was little, was like his third word, was dinosaur. And so I
love it.
I had to learn all of the I literally had to learn every single dinosaur and what they were. And but yeah, before time was why.
I had a poster on my wall that I probably got when I was like 3 or 4 because of my love for Land of the Lost, that had a picture. And of course, this is the early 70s, so the pictures of what the dinosaurs look like are a little different than they are now. But they had drawings of each one and names with each one. And I remember that as a kid, that was my favorite poster. And I cried when it got tore up. When we moved to, I don't know which time we moved. We moved so many times.
It makes me want to find you a dinosaur poster for your wall.
All right, yeah.
Why? I'm like, I need to find a dinosaur poster. But no, I'm really excited about Jurassic World. I think it looks great. I love the cast that they've gotten, and the story is something that they've kind of, like I said, have hinted about it being a possibility all of this time. You know, even from the very first movie.
Right.
Like, nature finds a way.
Right.
So it just makes sense, and I'm all about it. Professor, that's a movie you need to come down here to Branson and see with me on the big screen.
We will have to make arrangements to have that happen. Maybe even our
We can do families.
that's true. Well, I was just thinking maybe we could get a couple of the guys that work for the other company to
Oh,
join
the
us.
distinguished competition.
Distinguished competition. Maybe they would want to join us anyway. That was kind of what I was thinking. Yeah. So we've got a few more comments here. Let's hit these real quick. Evil.
I love Keith so much. Well, Keith, like, she's a kid. She made a mistake.
Right. Well, do you want them all to die there? I mean, what a crime is that? Just let them free, and surely nothing wrong could go with that.
I mean, that is how children think. Like, children are like, they don't look at consequences. I don't know if she's a sociopath yet, but she could.
All I can say is part of me cheered when she did that to free him.
I cheered that they weren't going to be...
To die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to be exploited.
Right.
That's what the people were wanting.
They were trying to sell them off. Yep.
I did not necessarily like the idea that she just like unleashed all this onto them.
There you go.
But you know, it's a thing.
What can go wrong?
Everything. It's true.
It is a Jurassic Park World movie. Of course it can. I think we've talked about this, Mandy. So what's yours? We want to know yours, Mandy. We told you ours.
Yes, tell me yours.
Yeah.
I literally will judge you on your favorite dinosaur. No, as long as it's not just... And if the T-Rex is your favorite, then that's fine. But actually, no other dinosaurs. That is the rule. That's yeah.
Well, they let the T-Rex wander around Jurassic World there after the first movie. I mean,
Listen, but the T-Rex saved them.
He did, but then you just let him walk around. There are rules.
There are rules.
Now, can we bend the rules? Because I'm all about bending the rules.
Well, that's how we got Jurassic Park in the first place, okay?
A movie about dinosaurs. Okay, I'm in. Again, I just probably would not make Predators. And if I made a T-Rex, I'm sure not making Raptors. No, bad idea.
I just think that I feel like if somebody was going to do it, there is enough cool, like, vegetarian dinosaurs.
Yes,
like,
right?
There's enough dinosaurs out there that are like plant eaters, as the children call them.
Can we get a ride on the Brontosaurus, please? Because that's a ride I'm in on. Let's go.
I think oh my gosh, that's where my love of dinosaurs comes from the Flintstones.
There you go.
There it is. Like when the cat goes, the cat, I'm like, yeah, nope.
Yep.
And then sliding down the Brontosaurus. Oh,
nice one, Mandy.
Hey,
there you go.
This is why Mandy and I are friends. That's awesome.
That is. Well, I think we've, had our fill of dinosaurs for now. So let's we can definitely talk more about this because, we love dinosaurs. We both love dinosaurs. But there's some other movies we need to talk about. So
we skipped over one that's coming out on this weekend as well.
And what would that be?
It is the Bob's Burger movie.
The Bob's Burger movie. There you go.
Which I'm actually excited about because I love Bob's Burgers. I just think it's a fun show.
It is a fun show. I agree.
I'm actually, it's not one that I'm going to go, rush out and I have to go see it opening night or anything like that. But it does come out May 27th. So
there we go. Against Top Gun, Bob's Burger.
two different like
Genres, yeah, very different genres. Yep. I agree. So thank you for pointing that out because I would have totally forgot about Bob's Burger. So
that's what I'm here for. I love that you're reading comments. It's like I can't see them, by the way. Only Professor sees them.
See, and I thought I made it to where you could because I made you an admin. So
Yeah, I don't see them until you pop them up.
we need to. We'll work on that. We'll figure out how that works. So.
Oh, there you go. I did not my mind does not go to Elvis when I think of,
And I like it that you're calling them by the appropriate names of Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel Jr. and not Shazam.
What's the word he used? That's not who he is. Oh.
Yeah, everybody knows that's one of my pet peeves.
It is.
So
go ahead.
Anything else you want to talk about there? I've got some other ones listed here. I just thought...
June 17th, there's going to be one coming out, and that is Lightyear. The trailer looks really good.
It does.
When they announced it, I was like, oh, okay. But it actually it looked funny. Shpoo was like, I actually want to see it. And
right. No, I said the same thing because I was like, okay, I almost Toy Story'd out here unless you're going to make a really good thing. But this is not Toy Story. This is Lightyear, who supposedly the action figure is based off of. And then like, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm interested. It looks like fun, sci-fi fun.
Right, because there's like time travel, speed of light, wormhole-ish kind of thing going on, and all of that, which I'm all about. And no, I just think aliens and robots, and
I know
it looked really good, and I'm not even upset. Like I read who was going to be voicing and stuff like that. I was like, not sure about that, but the trailer looked really good.
Yes, the trailer looked great. The voice sounds good. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I can buy this. I'm kind of in on this movie. So yeah, I'm with you. Lightyear looks like a really fun time. Yeah, I can definitely go to the theater to see Lightyear and bring my family and have a good time because I think it'll be funny along with being just a fun time. So
right, and it's not necessarily a Toy Story movie. Like the other thing, like we've already got those characters. This is not Buzz Lightyear, the Toy Story. Yeah, right. This is so. It's like the story behind why he's made into a toy, kind of.
Right. Thing.
So, I think it looks very interesting. I'm actually kind of excited about seeing it. So.
All right. We also have a Marvel movie coming out this summer.
We do, July 8th.
Yeah, a little Thor: Love and Thunder.
Which, again, I'm like so excited about. I've seen Doctor Strange. You haven't, so I won't spoil anything for you. I won't spoil anything. I know. I'm super excited about where this is going. And it just Thor's not one of my favorites, like out of the MCU. Like I love the people he surrounds himself with, but not necessarily him per se. But this one looks really good. I actually think it looked really good, and it looks funny.
Right.
So
funny's always good. Thor is an interesting character. He's probably not one of my favorite comic book characters, but I like him in the movies because I like the humor that he often brings. I like the cast around him. So I think
I like the cast.
Yeah. And Jane as Thor. I love that. And I love how the hammer, you can see where it was broken. and put back together. And you're like, oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So I'm
And I love that they're actually showing Thor, even though he's a god, like they're showing him, even in the trailer, like working out.
right,
Like
right. Having to work out to lose
this
the
is
man, the dad bod. Yeah, yeah.
which I love that they let him get a dad bod. I mean, that was kind of an epic thing because you're so
Right,
used to having superheroes, especially gods, look like chiseled and
right, right,
like you would expect a dad bod from like Scott Lang because he's a dad.
right.
But yeah, I like it. Looks really good, so
Yeah, I'm super excited for
hopefully I
that.
won't be disappointed.
I don't think we'll be disappointed with that one. I think we'll leave that one and have a really good time.
Right.
I'm yeah.
So when I say disappointed, I want people to be like, "Oh my gosh, she is so hard on these movies." Like
Yeah.
I go into these movies, and even with the ones that I really enjoy, like I'll enjoy a movie that I'm still disappointed in if it doesn't hit all those marks that I want it to hit. I'm gonna be
Mhm.
disappointed. It doesn't mean I dislike the movie. So I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah,
Everything.
I understand that completely. I mean, it's one thing to say, man, I really like the movie, but I wished it would have done this. Or, right, right. And I don't have a problem with that. That makes perfect sense to me. So, have you seen the trailer for Prey?
No.
Prey is basically
I
it's
don't
Prey, aka Predator 5.
know.
It's
Okay, so I have not seen the trailer for it, but I think Shpoo saw the trailer for it. I
mhm.
have not seen the trailer for it, so
It looks interesting because it goes back in time to the 1700s to a Cherokee tribe that encounters a predator, and so they're the prey of the
right.
predator. So yeah, it August 5th. It's going to be on Hulu, so it's not even hitting theaters. So that made me stop and go, is it going to be any good going straight to Hulu? But then again,
Sometimes Hulu. I mean,
no, right, right. Netflix, Hulu, all of those can put great stuff out that you're like,
oh,
okay, this could have been great in the theater too.
right. But what I do like is it a movie or is it a series?
It's a movie.
Okay.
It is a movie. There's a trailer out on GeekyKOOL for that one also. But I'm looking at that going, yeah, I will definitely be tuning in for that when it drops on Hulu because I love me a good Predator movie, even a bad one. Predator 1 is just amazing. 2 is fun. It has its moments. Um, the Predator versus Aliens got a little much, but I still enjoyed him because I'm like, yeah, all right.
It's like you have two franchises with two popular creatures. Let's put them together and see what happens. It's the same with like Jason versus
Right.
Freddy. It's that whole
Well, and they had already done that in Dark Horse Comics. They had already established kind of the predators hunting the xenomorphs and xenophobes. Oh my gosh, that would be an interesting movie. But the xenomorphs.
fan.
So so it was already in comics. So people had already kind of the people that were really into it had already kind of seen it, and they brought it to the screen.
Right.
It was fun. It was whatever, but I'm excited for it because I'm like, oh, this is an interesting twist because we are not going to the future. We're going into the past.
Which I like the idea of that because these are creatures that they've hinted have been coming to our planet and hunting us for
A very
forever.
long time. Right, right,
Right. And so them being able to go back, and I think it could open up a whole new chapter
right.
for these movies. Like they could go to so many different things. They could explain. So it's a Doctor Whoing it. It's just Doctor
It
Who.
definitely could, yeah. How did Rome really fall? It was a group of predators came in.
Like uh the village, the Roanoke. Like people just disappeared, or
People just
the
disappeared.
the ships out in the middle of the sea that just disappear. All the people. Yeah.
See, you can do all sorts of things with that. So
I
yeah,
have.
that.
Yeah. So you guys have to give me only. If only.
So, have you seen the trailer for 3,000 Years of Longing?
Yes, I think so. I think I have.
It is weird but cool. Basically, it is the story of a djinn that's freed from a bottle, and it has Tilda Swinton,
Mhm.
who is a really interesting actress. She just is. She's not in anything normal. Her roles are always kind of bizarre, which I like.
She
And
herself is very like androgynous and bizarre looking, and she lends herself
she
her
does.
appearance lends herself to these like roles that are unique, and I like that.
So, which is going to be a very interesting take, I think. Help me say this: Idris Elba. No.
Oh, Idris Elba. Yeah,
Yeah, I said it right. Okay, yeah, he's the genie.
I say it. I don't know if it's right. That's just how I say
No,
it.
I think that's right because that's how I said it. So I'm going to go with that. But yeah, he's a great actor. So I'm excited. But the trailers, so the first trailer, you're like, what in the world is this? The second trailer that just got released kind of tells you a little more of the story of how he's freed and stuff.
I think I just first trailer because I
Yeah.
remember thinking I saw something and I remember him being in it
Yeah,
like a trailer for something, and then I was like, I
don't know
like,
what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate, like, I understand you don't want to release all the good stuff. I feel like that happens a lot in movies, but you have to give us a little bit of like what it's about.
Right.
There's a fine line. Don't give us all the good stuff. We were like watching. We got Lex to watch Short Circuit.
Yeah.
For the first time, oh my god, it was a struggle. Like she's like, I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like this. We were like, watch the trailer. We watched the trailer, and the trailer sucks. So the trailer was like, it didn't show you hardly anything. It showed most of the war stuff, like the weapon part, and I was like, yeah, so I gotta get a kid to watch it. But and we were talking about the fact that in a lot of trailers now they either put no information in or they put all of the good scenes in, and if it's a good movie, you're like disappointed because you think they're going to be better scenes than what you saw in the trailer.
Right.
You've already seen all the good scenes.
No, I'm with you 100%. You're exactly right. Either way too much or way too little.
They need to, like, there's a fine line in there. There is. Trust me.
Keith says this. I don't know if I can get the show. There we go. Well, Keith, I thought maybe you were still on the road, so thanks for checking in with us. We love you, man. And yeah, 3,000 years. It's bizarre looking, but I think I'm in. I think this latest trailer has convinced me that I'm in on this movie.
To watch the latest trailer.
Yeah. And I believe that one's not posted yet, but on GeekyKOOL, but I should have it there later today or at the latest tomorrow. So, but yes, so that one does look really interesting. It's bizarre, but interesting. So, have you seen the trailer for Nope?
Nope. I have not seen it.
Again, a very bizarre trailer. And basically, the trailer focuses on this family which owns a horse training facility, a black family, the first black family or the only black family that's doing like horse training for Hollywood.
I have seen this one. Yeah. I just didn't remember the name of it.
Right, because it comes down and talks about Jordan Peele. You're like, okay, is this Jordan Peele? What's the name of this thing? And it ends up being Nope. Yeah.
I do not know the name of it, but yes, I've seen this. I saw it at the movies. There was the trailer for it.
Right. And so you're like, what is this? And then you're like, oh, this is an alien.
It's an alien movie with horses.
With horses, right.
Which, I mean, we saw the trailer for it, and we were like, this actually looks interesting. I don't know if it looks good.
Right.
It
No,
looks
right.
interesting. There's a difference.
No, yeah, yeah. Oh, it definitely looks interesting. And the wind guys that are blowing.
Yes.
And you see them blowing as he's riding his horse as fast as he can up to the ranch,
Yes.
and the ship's shadow keeps getting closer. It's one of those things where it's almost more scary because you don't know what it really is. I
Right.
mean, you can kind of tell it's a spaceship or something, and you see the one scene where the girl goes flying off. You're like, holy crap, she's just been abducted. But
Yeah.
but that whole, the first Alien movie where you don't see the xenomorph until the very end, and you're just
It's like, yeah. I mean, the thing is like the longer you can hide your monster, the better it is. It's like Jaws.
yeah,
So when they first made Jaws, or when they were making Jaws, you were going to see Jaws a lot more. But the one mechanical jaw, like shark that they had, didn't work right. So they couldn't use it. But I actually think that worked in their favor. And Shmoo and I
right,
talked about this. Like, he agrees with me, which is, sometimes we agree. Um, but it's a thing. But it worked in their favor because some of the scariest things are the things you don't see, but you know they're there. So I liked when I saw this trailer. I liked the idea that I didn't see everything.
right. No, I'm with you. No,
Alien.
so I agree with you. It looks really interesting. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not,
No,
but it looks interesting. So,
I'll go see it. Visually, it looked stunning.
yes.
So let's see if they just picked the most stunning parts.
Right. No, I'm with you. Yeah. But I thought it was interesting the trailer focuses on this family. And then they show other people in this community, at least it looks like, and how they're kind of being affected, but it focuses on this family. But I'm like, so if it's a alien invasion or snatching or whatever, but we're going to focus on this particular family, which is interesting. I kind of like that way to go.
They did that with Signs.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Signs is amazing too. So.
With Signs, like Signs is not any. It's about aliens, but it's not.
Right.
And
right.
so,
one of Mel Gibson's best roles, in my opinion.
I agree with that. I actually do. I think that the emotion that he gave in that movie was something he doesn't usually get to bring. Or
I mean, it's no Road Warrior, but still, it's.
I love myself some Road Warrior.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's my favorite Mel Gibson movie, but I think it may be his best acted movie. So
I think it's one of them. Yes, I would say that. I think it's his biggest stretch as an actor, and he did it well.
I agree with that.
So,
well, and especially the mental health aspects that he's facing,
why.
thinking that he's crazy, not sure if he's really seeing things, and how's he going to protect his kids, and I mean, it has a connection to it. So,
but I think that one, this one, gave me that feel of that sign.
No, I agree. It does have that Signs feel to it. Yeah.
It's got horses, so
Right, exactly.
And like that Western, it's got a Western and aliens. I'm just saying.
Well, and not to be confused with Aliens and Cowboys.
Different movie. But I didn't. Here's the thing, though, the name is not good because I didn't remember the name.
Right. I agree with you. You're like, what is this? And then I had to go research it. It's called Nope. I'm like, where in the trailer does it tell me Nope?
I did not know that was, like, I've seen the trailer. When you said, have you seen the trailer for this? I was like, no.
Nope.
Because I didn't remember seeing the trailer for it.
Right.
I didn't know that's the name of the movie.
Right.
Maybe let us know that's the name of the movie next time. Or in a better way.
Right. Well, and the only time you really want to do that is if you're laying the groundwork for something far enough in the future that you can leave little Easter eggs to make people go check it out online and stuff like that, to where they're like, okay, what is this? What are we hinting at here?
Not a trailer a couple months before the movie comes out.
Right. Agreed.
Big push, not the big push. That's a teaser thing to do.
I agree.
There's a difference between teasers and trailers.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, a teaser should not give you hardly any information. Just enough.
Just enough to wet your whistle,
Yeah.
make you anxious for the trailer to drop.
It's a tease.
Well, and I don't like the teaser trailers the day before the trailer drops either.
Oh, no. They need to do...
No, right, but they do that a lot, though.
Not that Hollywood listens to us, but Hollywood, if you're listening, you need to do a teaser trailer. It needs to come out like a month or two before the trailer drops.
To make you want it.
Yes, because people are like, what is this? What is this? It reminds me, and this is going to sound weird, but it reminds me of great promos from wrestling. So, like, you know, like, with wrestling, and everybody's going to be like, she's crazy, but wrestling, a lot of them knew how to do these teasers.
Right, right.
It brings me back to, like, Chris Jericho's teaser when he transitioned from WCW to WWF or WWE, or, you know, back then.
Whatever it is, yeah, right.
It's E now, but and it was Y2K and it was Y2J, and it was the counting down, and people didn't know what it was. It was a build up, and right. for about a month you had this build up. You didn't know what was coming. That's what a teaser should do. And it should give you about a month's worth of build-up.
I love that you went wrestling on this. That is phenomenal.
I did. Look, he's home.
Is he going to wrestle?
No, but I will tell you something.
That was his tease look, wasn't it?
We're talking about the difference between teasers and trailers.
Teasers are shorter.
And
they tease the movie.
They should. They don't always.
Right.
And we're talking about, it's silly when they drop a teaser trailer like the day before they drop the trailer.
Oh, wait. Well, when they drop the trailer teaser.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a trailer for a trailer.
That's a weird thing.
I agree with that completely. 100%.
Any movie that you're looking forward to seeing this summer?
Yes.
Here's a couple that I wrote down.
Thor looks really good.
Yeah.
That new trailer that came out yesterday or whatever it was, Gore looks awesome.
He does. Both of them.
Yeah. Or not Thor, Gore.
Gore.
Oh, Gore looks awesome. Yeah, Gore. No, you're right. Gore looks awesome. Yes.
I wanted to say there's something else that's coming out that I was excited about that isn't like a big release, but I can't remember what it is. I'm more looking forward to Halloween Ends, so that's my big release for the year.
I mean, there's some great movies that are coming out later, and we'll discuss those.
We will.
Is there any other on your list, Professor?
There are. In fact,
rattle.
Okay, hold on. My phone just. Crimes of the Future. Have you guys seen the preview for that?
What is it?
Crimes of the Future.
I don't think I've even heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a fairly new one. Looks really interesting. Viggo Mortensen is in it.
Viggo.
And basically, it's set in the not so distant future. Mankind is learning to adapt to synthetic surroundings. It's kind of a bizarre looking, almost horror-esque kind of movie. So it's
Sally.
So rated R for strong, disturbing, violent content, grisly images, graphic nudity, and some language. So probably not one,
Horror, you might. I don't know if that's evident at all that I like horror, but
No, I know. That's why I wanted to pick that one, because I thought that one has some horror aspects to it at least.
There was that other horror one that's coming out this summer. Bodies.
Yes, Bodies with the girls. And I didn't quite understand what it was, other than it's some sort of game. Does it go wrong, or
horror comedy? It almost looks like I don't know. It actually kind of looks very similar to a premise for a script that I once started to write.
They stole your script.
Well, not exactly, but anyway, like the barest of bones
Crimes
premise, where it's kind of just like, I bet you can't kill me type of thing, and then they
Yeah, I mean,
take it
the
seriously.
way it looks like, those games of a whodunit kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
Like, one of us is a killer, and who are we?
Right.
gonna
Right.
kill?
Right.
And then they end up actually killing people.
Right.
So it's
Yeah,
like Clue, whodunit horror movie with comedy. So I don't know how I feel about it, but
Yeah.
it'll be interesting.
it's gonna be horrible, which will be great.
So talking about that kind of movie, The Black Phone.
Yeah, I keep seeing posters for that one, but I know nothing about it.
Well, we've got a trailer on that one. After being abducted by a child killer and locked in a soundproof basement, a 13-year-old boy starts receiving phone calls on a disconnected phone from the killer's previous victims.
Oh, so like paranormal, yeah.
Oh, that's also similar to a premise idea I had.
True.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are not stealing your.
They might be.
They might be.
You need
So-
to secure that.
Keith says this about Crimes of the Future. I know Mandy had mentioned it was creepy looking. So it does kind of sound like your kind of movie there. Which when I saw the trailer, I thought that it might be your kind of movie there, Shrew. Keith also wanted to mention the Orville coming back, and that's true. I'm looking forward to Orville. I mean, we're talking about movies, but that series is awesome. I'm excited for it to come back on Hulu.
When's that? What is it? I can't even think what's it called. The new Jordan Peele movie.
Nope.
Oh, Nope.
Nope.
We talked about that one. Nope.
We
When
did
is
Yeah.
that?
Everybody knows it's Jordan Peele because it says that in big letters, but it doesn't tell us the name of the title.
title. So he asked if I'd seen the trailer for that, and I was like, nope.
Nope.
And so when he starts describing it, I'm like, no, I saw the trailer for that. I just didn't know it was the name of the movie. So when is
That
that?
one looks good.
When is that going to come out?
Let me look here. I can tell you when Nope is coming out.
It's a terrible name.
I agree with you there. July 22nd. July 22nd.
But yeah, we were just talking about that right before you got home.
The
One of
have you
those.
seen trailer for The Gray Man?
No, I've seen a bunch of stuff popping up on like Instagram and stuff for it, but I don't know much about it.
It's a classic Russo brothers action shoot 'em up movie. So it looks like it'll be fun, but yeah, it's Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, both are in it. So
I'm way behind on my movie
Trailers.
my wife might want to see it just because Chris Evans is in it. So
Sure.
and that's
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
no, I'm not saying there is. I mean, I'll happily go see it with her.
I'm just ready for Friday.
This is what Mandy says. Oh, Friday with Top Gun
No,
or Bob's Burgers.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Oh, for Obi-Wan. Oh yeah, that's true.
See, that's what I'm thinking, Manny. What should we call this movie? Got any ideas? Nope.
Well, see that is a stolen idea because if you watched any of my old videos when Danny and I did the show, we had Worst Week Wednesday, which all of those are no longer public right now because I got into some trouble for them. But anyway, we coined the phrase "the moment of nope," where it was in this moment he realized it. You know the rest. But yeah, that's kind of what that movie reminds me of. Like, oh god, aliens are attacking. Nope, I'm out. Your moment of nope.
Right, exactly.
The moment of no.
Yeah.
You gotta reach out to these people.
All right, so let's see. Keith says a few more things here. Man, for a guy who's on the road, Keith, we do appreciate. Very creepy looking. Yeah, I think it is.
Wait. So Orville's going to be just on Hulu?
Yes, Orville's just going to be on Hulu.
Oh, I actually kind of like that idea.
I think it frees him up to do some things.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did know that The Gray Man was on Netflix. Yes, I did mean to mention that. Yeah.
You're on Netflix.
Obi-Wan. Why not the Why not both? Why limit yourself? Let's do both.
Is Orville this Friday?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
I have.
It's all coming to me. It's fine.
Well, it helps that at work we don't have air conditioning in the back. So even today, where it's only like maybe 55, 60 degrees outside, I still was completely drenched in sweat. Like, it wasn't so much hot; it was just insanely humid in there.
Right.
The machines are going.
Yeah, most days it's also like 100 degrees, and that's not an exaggeration. It's literally, I think 114 is the highest we've got.
Jeez.
So I'm sweating constantly, so that's helping.
He's gonna be so skinny, and he's gonna be married to me. I'm sorry.
And he'll be lucky.
You too. I swear.
I don't know.
Professor, like, I don't know.
I also look like I need to shave desperately. Desperately need to shave. I have a full head of hair going on right now.
That's why you're above.
Well, full.
So the Orville premieres June 2nd. June 2nd. So another week.
He's so weird. My husband is weird.
I think I'm needing a new mouse. My mouse is not letting me click where I want to click, so
Oh my goodness.
I hate that. So one more movie that I wanted to talk about, just to see if you guys have seen. Have you seen the trailer for Bullet Train?
Nope.
Nope.
So I'm behind. I'm way behind. Like, I've seen the trailer for Thor. Saw the new trailer for Thor. I've seen the Jurassic World trailer. I've seen Lightyear's trailer. I've seen Top Gun. I have seen but have not heard the trailer for Bob's Burger. I think that's about it. A couple of smaller movies, but
Sure. Well, the Bullet Train is about a former killer who is trying to get back involved with stuff. 5 assassins aboard a fast-moving bullet train, starring Brad Pitt and Sandra Bullock.
I have seen that one. That one looks pretty good.
See,
Well,
those ones you just don't remember the name of it.
Brad Pitt looks so different in that movie. So I'm like, wow, he can really kind of come down to our level, right? I mean, doesn't have to be such a pretty boy all the time.
Age. Oh, no.
Well, that may be true also.
Well, he's a hippie.
Age and depression. What can I know?
Well, there you go. But no, that one looks really interesting to me because I'm like, I like the concept. Looks like an interesting cast.
Yeah.
I
I'll
definitely watch this.
Brad Pitt's mom.
Because she lives in Springfield.
Well, I used to work at Brown Derby, and she would come in once a month to buy wine, like cases of wine. And the first time that I ever met her, she came in. She's like, "I've got pictures from the wedding." So I'm like, "Oh, who got married?" And she's like, "Oh, you're new here." And she's like, "I'm Brad Pitt's mom." And introduced herself, and she had pictures of Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's wedding. I'm like, if that tells you, I totally just dated myself. If that tells you how long ago this was.
That's beautiful.
I'm old.
And not as old as some of us. And that would be me.
I'm the youngest of the three of us.
Yeah.
I realized
I am the oldest.
once there was one of those where the words come out and my brain went, "No, come back."
Your wife gave you a look. It's like, you said that the other day. It's like, oh, I'm so old. And I was
Well, see, I also say that you're only as old as you feel, in which case I'm like 197. But
he's the keeper.
So AJ continues to be just absorbing into youth everywhere she goes. It just sucks it in. Probably the red hair. When she's sucking in the souls, she's sucking the youth.
Oh yeah, that's not necessarily true. Oh, but thank you guys. See, anybody asks why I do this show? It's literally just so I get my self esteem boosted a little.
Well, that is enough reason right there, I'm telling you.
Oh,
That is enough reason. A few more comments here. I had not seen what the budget is, but that's interesting. Mandy says, that's why we love you guys. Aw, we love you too, Mandy. And
it's like
John Wick on a train. Yes, it does look like John Wick on a train. I agree.
Wick's getting a spinoff.
John Wick's getting a spinoff? Who's going to star in the spinoff?
I don't. It's some girl. I wasn't familiar with her, but I haven't heard like a premise or anything. Just that it will be a spinoff of John Wick series.
Interesting. Okay, well, and here's your extra boost here, AJ and Shmoo. You both get one from Keith.
oh, we love you. Oh, we're the hot couple. Yeah, no.
And I'm the old guy over on the side. The hot couple and the old guy. Sounds like an 80s private investigating show, right? The hot couple and the old guy. Coming to you live on CBS. Up next.
I literally think you're the hot couple because he works in a place that's 114 degrees. I love you. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, this has been fun, Professor.
Yeah. I always love when we get together. We always have a good time. And I'm so glad you got to join us, Shmoo.
Yeah.
Gone out of the heat of your work and
Today was one of those days, those frustrating days where I probably should have been off work like 2 or 3 hours ago, where it was like we were actually ahead. We have Tuesday is our busy day. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 papers on Tuesday.
Wow.
And we had 5 of them knocked out by like 4 o'clock. And the last one, which is one of the smallest, like there's 2 that are really, really small that we do on Tuesdays, and this was one of those 2. So extremely small paper. And but they were doing a special insert for it for the homecoming that just happened or whatever.
Graduation.
And we had it was for homecoming, which is weird because homecoming is usually in fall, but I don't know. It said something about homecoming.
All right.
But we had everything for the paper except that insert. So it was literally like momentum, boom, 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 stop. Full on stop.
Stop the presses.
Everyone is just sitting
around
for over an hour and a half waiting for that one tiny little insert to come in, and then it finally did. And once from the time we got it to the time that they got the press all set up, got all the colors and everything down to where it's not blurry and whatever, printed it, we run it through the machine to insert it, strap it, put it on the pallet, and we're done. All of that took maybe 20 minutes, which is saying a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really fast.
Yeah, we waited an hour and a half.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Did you catch my reference that I said there, AJ, when you said stop the presses?
Who is that?
Who's that?
Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale. Vicky Vale.
Yeah, that movie that's 2 or 3 inches behind your head there.
That's the one. Yep.
That's the one.
That's the one. I do love that movie. So, all right, Keith's going to share a little more info here with us about the spin-off series spin-off series.
Oh, set in the 70s. Nice.
Oh.
So, if you're working for a hotel for assassins, then I guess Staying Alive probably is not the theme song.
Right. Staying alive. That would be the problem. Staying alive. We now just dated ourselves even more. I'm just saying.
Well, it was set in the 70s. What else you want? We are fans of movies that go much further back than that, so we can definitely.
intimidating of myself is I'm pretty sure that where that thing that comes up is like, what was the number one song the week you were born or whatever, and I'm pretty sure that was mine. Pretty sure.
Mine's earlier.
Yeah, mine too.
I know it was the Bee Gees. I'm not sure if it was Staying Alive or a different one, but I remember it was.
Wow, how about that? Come on. There we go. I did not know that.
Face has completed production.
What is it with your face and your mama today?
I'm feeling sassy.
It's gonna be a fun night.
Good for you both. You're the hot couple.
Not that kind.
I didn't say it had to be that. I'm just saying you're the hot couple. So whatever.
You're red there, Professor.
What can I say?
Oh my goodness.
It's a little warm in my office. So, all right. So, thank you all for joining us. We got a few friends to say we want to promote out, and I'm going to let AJ do this because she does it so well. And
Just doesn't want to do it.
well, that may be true also.
Yeah, she does it until we get to the actual GeekyKOOL plug, and then I jump in.
All right. Exactly right.
Okay, guys.
Oh, I got to brag about my amazing wife for a second.
So
Yeah.
I've been looking for one of these. It's not quite the one that I truly want, but I've been looking for one of these for years, and we found one at a flea market still in the package. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to come back on payday and get this. And she went ahead and bought it for me. But I actually have a big boy
Nice.
still in the box. It's not the original. This one's from like 20. When did it say? 2010, I think.
2010.
But like I want one that's from like way back, one of the old ceramic ones. That's like my ultimate. But yeah, I'm a big boy fan. So
So much.
I remember eating it, Big Boy, back in the day. So
Oh my goodness.
it is very groovy, baby.
I just happened to turn around and see that. So it made me do it. Sorry. Anyway,
Oh, that's great. I love it. So
Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching today. And if you like what we do, we have friends who do some very similar things, maybe a little bit different, but some nerdy, geeky. What is that? I can't even. Oh my goodness. So you're over on Facebook and you're watching us on Facebook Live. Go over and check out the Ozpod Gals. That is on Facebook. They go live on Thursdays, or they do sometimes. They do. I can't. It's like a blooper. It's like a blooper.
except for we're doing this live, there's no blooper reel.
I know. But they're on Facebook at 6 p.m. on Thursdays. They do all kinds of fun things, and you would love them if you like us because they are amazing. So go check them out. And then we have what Professor calls our distinguished competition. That is Ted and Josh over at the Nerd Informants. That is on YouTube and Facebook. We love them so much, but they're going to give you movie reviews and all kinds of things. Now that movies are coming out, you're going to see way more content from them. And they do videos of like playing video games and all kinds of things. So check them out. They also share movie news, and Josh does a lot of interviews with some famous actresses and actors.
He does.
So go check them out. They have also a Facebook page that is dedicated to the nerd in all of us, and that is the Nerd Informants Beyond, where anyone can add their cool geeky stuff, and you guys go on and post whatever you like as long as it's Facebook appropriate, and see what other nerds think about it. Mr. Keith was on here and he chimed in a lot, and so you can go see Mr. Keith and Gary on Pop Culture Minefield on YouTube. They have several shows going on right now, different time slots, so be sure to go check them out and find out when their shows are. We don't have a graphic for all the times, I know, but
we don't, yeah.
But I know Gary has Coffee with Gary morning, right, where he tell his coffee's gone, but just let you guys know, they're not as kid-friendly as we are. You will hear some words. It's like PG-13 with crude language.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? You know what?
What would have been PG-13 back in the 80s? We'll say that. Yes, yeah.
Well, that's what I grew up with. PG-13.
No, I get that, right. Today's PG-13 is much milder than it was in the 80s.
And then Keith also has Keith Chimes In, and that is on Mondays at 3 p.m. over on the Fat Steven Seagal Show on YouTube. And he's going to just talk about all kinds of things. He knows so much and knows so many people. So go check him out. And then we have this guy back here. Yep. That's Scallywag Productions on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything else.
All the things.
All the things.
New videos are finally coming soon. I've got like 3 I need to edit down, actually, already ready to go. Just got to edit them down. So, yeah, that's coming. And I'll be on the radio Thursday morning.
On the radio? Really?
Here in Branson on 106.3. Look at that, with Josh and them in the morning.
The distinguished competition.
Nope, wrong Josh.
Oh, wrong, other Josh, that's right.
It's Josh Clark, not Josh.
That's right. The other Josh. That's right.
Both, even though they both work for the same station.
Yes.
And the other Josh is usually there, like in the next studio over from us. Whenever.
Well, it's one studio, but it's it's two different stations.
He's
stations.
the next booth.
Yeah.
They pull a little curtain and.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
But if you're not local where you can listen to that, they also live stream it on Facebook and
Josh and them in the morning.
Yeah, and it also like you can actually hear us talking like while music is playing too, so you get to kind of catch like extra stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. That's awesome.
At like 6:30 in the morning on Thursday.
Before he goes to his regular scheduled job.
Right.
I'm off of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I wish I was off on Thursdays. That doesn't happen.
Wish I was too.
Well, and then if you're over on the internet,
while you're out here on the internet, pop on over to www.GeekyKOOL.com, your one-stop shop for all things nerd. You like
that.
You like reviews, you like geeky stuff, you're going to find a little something for everybody there. Once again, that is www.GeekyKOOL.com. Tell them Spruce sent you.
We are looking forward to your videos coming out. It's been a long time coming, so we're happy to have you back in the saddle.
It dawned on us that it has been a month already. We've been married for a month. It has been a month since OzCon. We've been very, very busy since then, which is why I haven't gotten it.
but he'll have
the video out, but
he'll have an OzCon video. He'll have a VisionCon video.
That's awesome.
Put out something from just some stuff we did over at the honeymoon too. I haven't decided yet.
So all I can say is the quote syndrome from The Incredibles, and got busy.
We are all such nerds. Oh, thank you all for joining us in our nerdiness. Oh.
Yeah, you gotta end it on something like that. So, guys, have a great night. Stay geeky, and we'll talk to you next week.